Hello, Kara. How are you, Kara? Hello, Caroline Baez. Hello, Andrea Gullidge, Adri, Tina, Tiffany. Here they come. The door's just open. Hello, Taylor, Heather. Hello, ACNC12. Hello, KKN. Suze, safe. Hey, Katie Kreller.
You already did the clapboard?
Mm-hmm. Hello, Stronger and Wiser. Hello, Safe Beauty. Why are you super sad? What's wrong? Hello, Kara. Oh, hey, Kara.
Can you do a little bit of talk about going on the Sunday website and how easy that was? Because it's going to ask for you.
Which one's that?
The lawn care stuff. That
Oh, yeah,
attached
yeah.
to the hose.
Oh, that was easy.
Whatever you don't say, I'll pick up on the copy.
Hello, Jakob. Hello, Yanni Dunbar. Christy. Hello, Elizabeth Estrada.
I've got a crick in my neck. I might need you to get the
Pomable.
Theragun out.
No. That's a drag. Hello, Chris. Hello, Cindy. Oh, Katie, you mean pre-emergent? Pre-emergent? Pre-emergent, you put on... Yeah, you're supposed to put it on in November and then in February. And if you do that, you won't have any weeds in the spring and none in the summer. It really works great. It's called pre-emergent or crabgrass preventer, marketed under different names by different retailers.
Uh-huh.
Hello, Fresh. No?
Do you think we'd have enough where we could ad-lib the stereo without me having to write out notes? If I just pull up the up the sheet.
Yeah, probably. What to use? Use I've had good luck with Scott's brand, crabgrass preventer or pre-emergent, or Vigoro has one. I mean, either one of those is fine. Nah, it's not really fertilizer. It just keeps weeds from sprouting up. You can do your fertilizer when it starts getting warmer and the grass starts growing a little bit. I mean, that's what we do here in Texas. I'm figuring it's the same for you, since you're in the Louisiana. Yeah, I'm your resident plant guy. If you have any plant questions, just send me a note or ask. I think you're in the same. You might actually be in a warmer zone than we are. Since you're further south. I bet you are. Yours is more tropical than we are here. Hello, Tina Tunnel. Hello, Brooksio. Hello, Faith. What plant is hardest to kill? Oh, safe. Well, it's hard to do. There's one of them. They're still healing. There's the other one. It's kind of hard, kind of an awkward position to show, but yeah, there's the other one. You can't really see them here. The hardest plant to kill?
Succulent.
No, they're pretty easy to kill.
Oh, you ever water a fern?
Well, it depends on what you mean. In the ground or a potted plant?
A cactus.
If it gets cold, the cactus will die.
Pampas grass.
That also will die. Hello, Bethany. Hello, Sarah.
Knockout roses.
Yeah, they're pretty tough.
Pittosporum.
No, they're
right?
no,
I said it right?
Yeah, Pittosporum. They're tropical. In fact, our Pittosporum by our pool, they're going to die. Guarantee they're going to die.
Boxwoods.
Yeah, boxwoods are pretty tough. Yeah, boxwoods are pretty tough. Are you doing a bit?
I'm just trying to think of all the plants I can think of.
How about a Nellie R. Stevens holly?
Never heard of it. Holly, I've heard
That's
of.
a tough freaking plant right there. Ain't nothing killing a Nellie R. Stevens holly. You killed an air plant? Well, even an air plant needs a little water. Hello, Bruno.
Just tell me when you want me to do the Emma Kellie stuff first, or you want me to do it when?
Well, I've got a bit, but you can do that. It doesn't matter.
Just tell me when. You guide me.
We'll go into that first since you teased that last time. Hello, Bruno. No, Bruno, I got your email. We had ED, Engineer Don, switch out our cables and our microphones. Did you notice last podcast we didn't have any issues?
Really? We didn't? That's good.
So we had some bum cables.
Was
Hello,
he offering to fix them?
stronger and wiser, huh?
Was he offering to fix it?
Yeah, Bruno was. Well, he was saying that he'd been listening to the last couple and he was kind of whipped by the sound quality. And I said, if it's whipping me, I know it's whipping
Was it a
you.
lot?
Yeah.
Bad?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was cutting out a lot.
Like for long periods of time?
Mm-mm.
That's not good.
Just intermittent. Yeah, Taylor, then we had that problem. I mean, good night. They said it's quieter last time again. All right. Eventually,
We're both quieter, or
yeah.
You need to put the headphones on.
I mean, this is a Mickey Mouse operation.
Why don't you put the headphones on so you can hear it?
Which is an insult to Mickey.
Are you going to bump up the volume?
I did.
Test 1 2 1 2.
So, I mean, that's going above the mark.
I don't know what else to do.
That's going way above the mark. So,
I don't know what else to do.
I hardly bumped it up at all.
I don't know what else to do.
Ben Gergenhoff, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Ben Gergenhoff, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Ben Gergenhoff.
I don't get that one.
Ben Gergenhoff. A Sandwich and Some Lovin', episode 308. Take one. Here's how we turn on the recorder. Hello, hand.
Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I'm Kellie Rasberry Evans. This is my husband and co-host, Alan Evans.
A trade in the house.
Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of the podcast. We couldn't do it if you wouldn't listen, so thank you for that.
Well, we could.
Well, we could do it, but we might.
But then nobody would be listening, right?
So I was right.
No.
Why are you already starting with me?
No, you said we couldn't do the podcast if they weren't listening.
Right.
And I said, no, we could.
We'd just be talking to
it's
each
just
other
nobody would be listening.
Into a tape recorder, basically.
A tape recorder.
Well,
what is this?
Well.
What is this? 1978?
Hey, when I was a little girl, that was one of my favorite things.
Right.
A tape recorder. And my uncle actually found a cassette tape of me doing a radio show.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hello, friends.
Hello,
this
Fresh.
Is your friendly radio announcer.
Delilah?
Kellie Rasberry. No, there was no Delilah back then. I was literally about 5 years old.
Oh.
And I interviewed my brother.
Uh-huh.
And it's somewhere. I have to find it. It's so adorable, I must say.
That might be worth some money.
And it wouldn't be worth anything. But who knew?
Oh, come on.
That was just a precursor to this.
It could be worth
illustrious podcasting career.
Because you're Gracie Award winner.
It wouldn't be worth money.
It might be.
I don't even know where it is. I need to find it.
I don't know.
Eesh. I really don't know where it is.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I'll look for that another time.
Okay. Well, that's for another time.
Yeah. Okay. So look, I cut my hair and I'm not really sure how I feel about it.
I like it.
It's dirty right now, but I don't really know how to fix it. And I want it to be, I see girls or women, I should say, on TV with hair about this length, and they do really fun, sassy things with it. And I'm not really sure what to do with it. I cut about, I'd say a good 6 inches off. Would you say? I cut it the first time. The lady took a few inches off and it wasn't right. So I went and had another 3 or 4 whacked off.
6 inches.
Alan, it was down past my bra strap.
Well, I'm going to get I keep this in my office. This is a tape measure. Let's see here. There's 6 inches. Yeah, you might have taken 6 inches
I had a lot of hair.
Huh.
And I loved having long hair. I just never had long hair. I always got to a point where it gets stringy and I'd chop it off. But during quarantine, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. And there was this real sweet spot where my hair was rocking. I knew I was just loving life and loving my hair. I'd never had it before like that. And then literally overnight, it became like a horse's tail. It was split ends, dead, dry, and awful, like tumbleweeds. I was so embarrassed.
Tumbleweeds.
I couldn't do anything with it. And literally it happened right before I had to film this special for TV for the American Heart Association. It was like literally I woke up that morning. I was like, what happened to my beautiful hair?
I saw you on the television and you had long hair.
It was so long. And then the next day I went and started cutting it off.
But then you rolled into Jose Bear.
And got more cut off.
Dime to see Alban.
Yeah.
And what did you say to Alban?
What do you mean?
Like when you went to see Alban, what did you tell him?
I need to cut more hair. I went to someone else who cut a couple inches off and it wasn't enough.
You have these split ends. These split ends.
Yeah, he basically told me
these need to take this. This is the way I cannot work with this. I take 6 inches off of this.
Well, he took about 4 because I'd already had a couple taken off. But he told me my hair was dragging me down.
Your hair is dragging you down. The product is like cement. The product in your hair is like cement.
Okay, that's what Jose told you, not me.
That's right.
You're projecting on me. Now, Alban would die if he saw my hair right now because I just didn't fix it. But
how much that haircut cost?
It's a nice price haircut.
Like how much?
It's a premium price for a premium haircut.
Because I pay Connie about $45. What do you pay?
I don't pay that.
What do you pay?
It's Nunya.
Wow.
Nunya.
Wow.
I've never asked how much you pay.
I pay $45.
Well, I've never asked.
2?
No, stop it.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, look, here's the thing about a woman's hair. It's her crowning glory, we've been told.
Now, wait a second. I would beg to differ.
And
I think there's other crowning glories.
They say a woman's hair is her crowning glory. It's like biblical or something.
Oh.
Anyway, Yale University, I just saw this and it made me think about my hair I just chopped off. Researchers found when you meet someone new, your hairstyle gets more attention than your facial features. They say that long hair indicates wealth and sexiness. Casual mid-length hair, no nonsense, intelligent, and unpretentious. Short hair is seen as a sign of a confident, successful woman.
Okay.
So what am I? Am I mid-length or am I short?
I think you're mid-length.
So
it's a little longer than shoulder length.
I don't want to be no nonsense or
You're no nonsense, babe. You're no nonsense.
Yeah,
for sure.
I want to go back to being wealthy and sexy. How long am I going to take me to grow it back out? I don't know. I like it. It's fine.
I seriously really like it. I think it's a great haircut. When you first came in, I was like, that looks great. Didn't I?
You did. Because you styled it good. I almost wish I would have gone a couple of inches shorter.
Okay, now I have a threshold at some point where, it gets a little too short for me, for my personal preference.
Yeah, but what would you do if I came home with a short haircut?
Well, short hair. Some people can rock short hair.
How would our relationship change?
Well, it wouldn't change at all.
Exactly.
I grew mine out like Kenny Rogers, and you were just fought through it.
I did. I was like, it's just hair. I love you. It doesn't, But this is honestly the best haircut you've ever had. It's just so good.
It's the same hair.
It is not. You think it is, but it's not. It's a good haircut. Even your kid said something to you about it.
One of the gals at the get together, she saw me and she goes, "Alan, can I tell you something?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Everybody tells me stuff. I have a very friendly face." She goes, "I really like your short hair better than your long hair.
This is a good haircut."
And I said, "Well, thank you. I was with the long hair bad."
It wasn't bad. It was just different.
Mm-hmm.
But I think so many men are coming, they tried it during quarantine. A lot of men that I work with have grown their hair out. And I'm like, I don't care. Long, short, whatever. You do you. But that looks really good on you.
Well, gosh.
And I would keep it that way. You can grow it back out if you want, but.
No, I don't think I am. It required a lot of product.
Yeah.
A lot of product.
Well, all right. Well.
Speaking of,
my daughter just got home, so she's probably going to rumble through the kitchen and get herself something to eat and eavesdrop on our podcast.
Sure.
And in the meantime, while she's deciding whether or not to come by or not.
Mhm.
You know, you've heard us tell you about Rothy's for
Rothy's.
years now. They were one of the OGs sponsoring A Sandwich and Some Lovin', and we really appreciate them. But I also love Rothy's. The comfortable, washable, sustainable shoes and bags. You know, since I've started telling you about them, Rothy's added a beautiful bag collection.
Bags.
And they make getting dressed so simple. Rothy's has so many styles to choose from, always adding more colors, prints, patterns, and styles. It's really incredible. You can just throw them right in the washing machine too if they ever need a little refresh. I started with the Rothy's Point in a red camo, and they give everything I wear them with, whether they're a skirt, cropped jeans, whatever, just a little punch of personality. And then the slip-on sneaker, of course, is a classic. I feel real sassy in those. You really should go to the website right now to check out the new looks they have for spring. And I know you're going to find your new favorites, from the comfy shoes to the bags, the washable masks as well. And not only do Rothy's feel good from the minute you put them on, because they have 0 break-in period, you can feel good about your purchase because Rothy shoes are knit with thread made from plastic water bottles. And so far, they've transformed over 75 million bottles and kept them out of landfills, and they've kept them out of our oceans.
And you can check out all the amazing shoes, bags, and masks available right now at rothys.com/sandwich. That's rothys.com, ROTHYS.com/sandwich. Style and sustainability meet to create your new favorites. They're at rothys.com/sandwich today.
Go do that.
Love Rothy's.
Now, Emma Kelly's in the next room with the door wide open.
Yes.
So why don't we get to this part later?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we can do that.
We're going to rearrange the schedule
We can-
just a little bit on the fly.
Sure. We can produce on the fly. We sure can. Well,
it's nothing vulgar, honey, but
vulgar.
we're
lewd
going to
and
save
vulgar.
some content till after you leave the earshot range.
Well, it doesn't have to be lewd, and it doesn't have to be vulgar. That's what Julie's overalls would say.
You know, sometimes you have to pivot. That's what the quarantine has taught us, and that's what raising kids has taught us, right?
What do you have to do?
Pivot.
All right. You've seen movies.
I have. The most recent one was we watched the original Captain America.
That was a good movie.
It was really good. We watched it on TV
Now,
on Disney Plus, but the last one we saw in the theater was Wonder Woman.
Mhm.
Stinker.
that
The number 2, not the first one. The second one was awful.
Wonder Woman blew
It was
chunks.
bad. What was it called? 1984.
Captain America, good movie.
That was good. It was cute.
Good movie. Now, nobody important, spoiler alert, this movie's like, 7 years old or something?
What?
No one died important in that movie, right?
In Captain America?
In Captain America.
Well, he woke up decades later, so the
Yeah.
people that he loved died.
Okay. What fictional character in movies, books, comic books, whatever, has affected you the most?
What movie character?
Are you participating in this
Emma Kelly
podcast,
just
or
mouthed
are
at me.
you
What?
guys talking?
Oh, stop it. What'd you say?
Uh-huh. All right. Should I just do this podcast by myself?
Oh, now you know how I feel when you read the chat room.
Okay.
You're saying what movie character?
What
was?
movie character, book character, fictional character's death affected you the most?
Oh, that's hard because every time somebody
I'll
dies,
start.
I sob.
I'll start.
Go ahead.
Jenny. You remember when Jenny died in Forrest Gump? Man, that tore me up.
Really?
man.
That one
And she
got
was
you?
sorry. Jenny was sorry. But Forrest Forrest loved Jenny. And when
Well,
he's sitting there, he's kneeling down at the
She was
oak
a free
tree.
spirit.
He's kneeling down at the oak tree.
Yeah.
Good grief. That one got me the most.
That was bad. I mean, you can go back to classics like from Gone with the Wind, when Little Bonnie Blue. That was horrible. You could go to, did you see The Fault in Our Stars? I know you didn't. It's a teenage rom-com. I sobbed and sobbed from that one. But I'll tell you a movie that I had a hard time getting over. Somebody in the chat room watching right now might have to help me remember the title of this. But this was, I want to say Robin Williams. I can't remember who was in it. But the guy had, I think it was Dustin Hoffman. was it Dustin Hoffman and Robin Williams? Dustin Hoffman and somebody. And he had something like he was in a comatose state, like he catatonic. And he would sit there, but he couldn't communicate. He was always in a catatonic state. And they gave him some sort of medication that brought him out of it. And he was able to live life and find somebody he loved, but the medicine wore off. And then he went back into that catatonic state. I'll tell you what, I wept for days. My girlfriend and I went to see it together. She worked at the mental health facility in Florence County. They worked with mental health and mental retardation. That was the name of the company. And she rode with me, and I drove her to her house to drop her off at home. We were sobbing. And I told her, I said, Michelle, you can't get out of the car until we both calm down. We have to calm down. We were that upset about this movie.
You were very upset.
And so she said, okay. So, okay. She calmed down, got out of the car. As soon as she got out of the car, I started bawling again. She said she got in her house, her mom was there. And as soon as her mom said, how's the movie? She started bawling again. Somebody's got to remember the name of that movie and tell me. But I think
what decade is this from?
It had to be the late 80s or early 90s because I moved to Dallas in 94.
Okay.
It had to be early 90s.
What about the old lady in Up?
I didn't see Up.
Up is sad. The old lady kicks it in Up. That's sad. What about Bambi's mother?
I haven't seen Bambi.
Okay.
I listened to it in the front seat while my daughter watched it on a DVD player in the back. So there's that.
What about Jack from Titanic?
I cried a lot. But you know what got me in that movie more than him dying? It was the two old people who were spooning each other in the bed when they realized they weren't going to make it. And the water was rising up as they were spooning each other in bed and the water was rising. Lost my
that counts.
Ish
that counts. What about Derek Shepherd on Grey's Anatomy?
See, I wasn't watching by the time he died.
Okay. Tony Stark, Iron Man.
I didn't really cry that much at that one. Did I cry that much at that?
That was pretty emotional, even for a Marvel movie.
I think I did cry at that one.
I was pretty emotional.
But I don't think that impacted me long term like the others I've brought up.
About Goose and Top Gun.
That was sad. But you're going back to like the 1980 4?
Well, I surveyed my followers. They're the ones who gave me a lot of this stuff.
I'm going to find out the name of that movie about the catatonic person. I've got to find out about that. It was like one word I want to say. What, baby? Awakenings.
There you
and
go.
the Kellie. Thank you, baby. Who was in it? Look it up and see who was in it.
How about Mufasa?
That was sad too. And McKellie's saying she cried really hard when Sirius Black died in the Harry Potter movies.
Oh, okay. That's a good
Look up
one.
who was in Awakenings, please, Emma Kelly.
How about Macaulay Culkin in My Girl?
See, I think
remember
I did
that.
watch that, but like maybe half watched it when it was on a streaming service or something.
Did you see Steel Magnolias?
I did.
Shelby?
I know, that was bad. But you know what? She didn't do what the doctor told her. But remember, she said she'd rather have a minute of or something of wonderful than a lifetime of nothing special. Okay, so it was Robin Williams and Robert De Niro.
Okay.
That was in the movie Awakenings. I'm telling you, y'all might watch it and say, Kelly, that was the biggest bunch of nothing. But I'm going to tell you, to my little tender 20-something-year-old heart, I was devastated. Devastated.
It sounds like it.
It took me a long time.
Have you recovered?
I'm telling you, Alan, it took me a long time.
How about Bruce Willis and Armageddon?
That was sad. That was sad. They left him up there on that planet by himself.
That
didn't
movie
they?
was so
Wasn't he on
over
the
the
planet by
top.
himself?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
no, he was on the asteroid, right?
Something.
Yeah. That movie was so over the top.
It gave us a great song from Aerosmith.
Good call.
Don't want to miss
Good
a thing.
call. Good call. Han Solo.
Sad, yeah.
I didn't get all torn up when I was like, this is actually what I was saying was this is a bunch of crap.
Well, Harrison Ford wasn't.
Why are they
you.
killing off Harrison Ford?
I know you were more mad
This is
about the
ridiculous.
storyline. Listen,
Yes.
we loved
It was
Harrison Ford.
ridiculous.
Harrison was sexy.
Ridiculous to kill off Han Solo. Jack from This Is Us. You familiar?
Well, that's the dad, right? I don't watch This Is Us, but I think he's the dad, and they keep going flashbacks. So he's dead, but then they flash back to when he was alive. Did he die in the house fire? Is that right? From a crock pot or something that was left on or something. I don't know.
I don't remember that.
I didn't watch it. We don't watch that.
There are so many different ones here. A lot of Rue from Hunger Games.
I didn't watch Hunger Games.
I watched Hunger Games. I don't remember being sad that anybody died. I was just kind of like, why are these teenagers killing each other?
I don't like that. The premise of that movie where children are killing each other. I don't like it, so I didn't watch it. I don't watch movies when I don't like the premise.
Oh, here's one that got me. And it's not even a person. It was a ball. Wilson in Castaway.
That was sad.
That was sad.
Isn't that funny how they got you to be emotional about
Wilson
about the ball?
Wilson, no, Wilson. Remember, he couldn't get his ball back.
Sad.
He became friends with that dang ball.
That's all he had.
That's all he had.
It was sad. It's what Wilson represented.
John Coffey in The Green Mile.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was bad.
That was bad. I remember somebody wanted to rewatch it when it came out on video, and I couldn't. I was like, I can't watch it again. I was so upset from the first time.
Some of these are repeats, babe, but that's Phil's mom on Modern Family. Not familiar.
Phil Dumpy. I don't know that one either.
Oh, Julia Roberts was Shelby in Steel Magnolias.
What did you say?
I said Shelby, but I had forgotten that it was Julia Roberts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And she had the right color paint. The thing that bothered me about Steel Magnolias, and now I'm watching Sweet Magnolias on Netflix, is when actresses have to talk Southern and they put on the thickest, and they all think we talk like this, and we're going to have some sweet tea. And there are some people in the South that do talk like that.
If there are, I haven't heard them.
Exactly, darling. And they all end up in the movies and on the TV shows and slap my grits and fry my butter beans.
Ambrosia?
And they say
butter beans.
They say stuff like that.
Butter beans.
Because they don't make no sense, darling.
Butter beans.
Don't make no sense.
Huh.
But I tell you, I did finish watching Sweet Magnolias on Netflix today.
How was it?
Well, it was the end of the season 1, and I'm hoping they bring back for season 2.
I kind of want your other Southern accent to kick in anytime now.
With some
anytime.
Major cliffhangers.
Yeah. Can you just go back to Kellie Rasberry Southern voice?
I thought I was.
Because that one is whipping my backside right now.
Well, that's how they talk in Steel Magnolias too, and it drives me nuts.
Okay, babe. Well, Deborah Winger in Terms of Endearment.
Yeah, that was bad, y'all.
That was a bad one?
That's bad. She had a very rocky relationship with her mother, played by the great Shirley MacLaine.
Yeah.
That's right, Shirley MacLaine.
Oh, Burgess Meredith in Rocky.
Yeah.
Remember when his cow heart gave out and he had a heart attack yelling at
Man,
Rocky.
a lot of people have died in movies.
Oh, gosh, yes. Absolutely.
So anyway, somebody go watch Awakenings if you can find it. Let me know what you think. Y'all might tell me that was Kelly. What were you thinking? I'm telling you, I was very upset.
Hey, someone did say Sirius Black in Harry Potter.
Emma Kelly agrees.
There you go.
She didn't like that at all.
Ricky Baker from Boys in the Hood.
That was bad too. Ricky!
Oh, John Travolta's character in Phenomenon.
I don't remember.
That was a good movie. That was a really good movie. That's an old movie, but
I don't remember that one.
That was a good movie.
I remember when John Travolta was the boy in the bubble. That was a made-for-TV movie. Remember? He was like so allergic or something to everything. He couldn't be in anything, so they put him in a plastic bubble so he could go out in the world. The boy in the plastic bubble.
Yeah. So anyway, there you go.
Oh, another good one, if you remember.
Oh, you got another.
Upset. There was a movie, a TV movie called Ice Castles, and it was Jimmy McNichol and some other girl. I don't know who it was. They were ice skaters, and I'm not going to say who, but since we're talking about people dying, one of them died. And I remember I was in high school. I was probably 8th grade or something, 9th grade. That one tore my heart out. I went to school the next day. It was like a ABC movie of the week.
Okay, our live studio audience, a lot of them are saying, look, I mean, I'm getting ready to slit my wrist. I mean, I'm looking for a 6-foot rope now. They're wanting us to change the subject.
Oh, no more death?
Yeah, no more death.
Oh, come on, that was a little fun walk down
kind of a walk down memory lane.
It reminds you how many good death scenes are out there.
Yeah, but before we do a little something, how do you think the stereo thing went?
I think it went well. I mean, the thing I like about stereo, it's this thing Alan and I are now doing on Tuesday nights. It's on the free stereo app, is that we can talk to you guys like in real time. There's a little button you press. You can ask whatever you want to ask or comment. And Alan and I are pretty much open books, I think. Alan was letting me know that I was talking all over him, but there's a delay.
I think the delay was getting us.
The delay was getting us because we don't really have I do talk a lot, let's be honest, but I'm on the radio and I've done radio since I was 19 years old. I'm about to be 54 years old, people. I've done this a long time. And the thing about me is if there is dead air, if there is a pause and no sound, I have to fill it. And so with the delay.
But you don't.
Babe, that's about being in radio. You have to
This isn't
talk.
Radio. I
know, but that's my instinct. So if there's a question and then there's a pause, I got to say something.
Well, you don't.
Well, I do. But Alan and
you can let me answer.
Well, I didn't know if you would or not.
But once I started to try to answer, there was no way I could get in on it.
Because I was drowning you out.
Yeah.
But we learned for next stereo, we're going to take turns.
Oh, is that what we're going to do?
Yes, unless someone addresses us directly, we'll take turns.
No, the people that I talked to said it sounded okay. It just, in my ear, it sounded wheels off.
So I think maybe you need to go back and listen to it. It might not have been as bad.
Maybe it wasn't. Yeah.
Alan was very defeated after.
I was very defeated.
Yeah. But I tried to let him know it's not as bad as you think, babe.
Well, because I was walking around in the back trying to get a good signal.
That's the problem too. But you know what? I think overall it went well. So please join us on Tuesdays at 7 Central on the stereo app. Download it for free. Mm-hmm. And then you have to follow us at Kellie Rasberry and at the
Alonzo 1971. I didn't know we were doing an ad.
I didn't either, but you brought it up, so I went ahead and gave it.
Well, I was just asking how you thought it went.
Well, there's gonna be an ad inserted now.
I was listening to Cheddar and Cappy on theirs.
Yeah, they do the Fat Guy's Handbook.
Those guys are lewd.
They are. And Robert
they are lewd. I know.
And Robert does love letters to Kellie with me, so it's a complete opposite.
You yell at me for what I say?
Yes, honey, but that's not our show. Go be on their show if you want.
Those guys.
Go be a guest on their show.
Put the L in lewd.
Go on their show and get it out of your system.
And
then come back to me.
I haven't been asked to be on their show.
I will get you an appointment.
I'm not asking
Get it out of your system and then come back and do
I'll be lewd on this one.
Clean, sweet, clean sandwiches.
Wait a minute.
Lovin.
There's only one sweet clean.
That's it. That's our podcast. All right, look. Spring is just around the corner. You know, in Texas, it's winter and then spring. And that means it's time to get your lawn on track. And after the brutal winter we've had, we're going to need a lot of help. And I know the last thing anyone needs is some complicated or toxic lawn product. We're starting to really care about, what we're putting on our lawns, and our animals to get in the lawns and things, and our kids running around. Well, Sunday isn't just another lawn care product. It's a customized lawn plan that works with nature, take out all the guesswork and unwanted chemicals so you can grow a beautiful lawn that's better for people, it's better for pets, ultimately better for the planet. Alan is the king of our yard. That's his passion. He does such a great job at it. So I'll let him tell you a little bit about your experience with Sunday going online.
Yeah, I went online and really it was, again, kind of an easy process. Just it asked me some questions about what kind of soil we have.
You put in your home address, right?
Put in the address.
They use the coordinates to go right to where you live.
Yeah. And based on all the answers that I gave them about the soil and where we live and the zone that we're in and all that, they're able to give us a customized kind of lawn analysis and send us the ingredients we need to put on our lawn. And
you could even send them soil samples. If you're you can do that. But here's the thing, we got it was delivered right to our door. It's really just this neat little system, but they also tell you when to apply Sunday to your lawn, because that's just as important. Yes. Maybe even more important is the timing. And at that point, we have to wait. I believe our day is April 11th.
April 11th.
They even tell you what day. And then you just
take all the guesswork out of it.
All the guesswork's gone. You just attach the pouch to your sprayer on your hose. 15 minutes. The entire lawn is done.
Is that what it sounds like?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my sound effects of a sprayer.
That was good.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. So if you're ready to have a beautiful yard, you want to be the envy of all your neighbors. You want to be good for the planet. You want simple. Alan loves it, and he knows a lot about yards. And I think you're going to be really happy once we get to April 11th and can apply it and have our yard come back to life.
Oh, I know I'm going to be happy. I've already been happy with the process. So let Sunday take the guesswork out of growing a greener, more beautiful lawn this spring. Visit getsunday.com/sandwich to get $20 off your custom lawn plan at checkout. That's $20 off your custom plan at getsunday.com/sandwich.
Get Sunday, babe.
Yeah, get Sunday, babe.
All right. So I was going to do this. It's not like I would do anything. I wanted to do this thing about teenagers and love languages, but my daughter was sitting right in the next room. But I think she's gone upstairs now, unless she's lurking, thinking she's getting away with something, and she very well could be. But I'm not going to say anything that I think would embarrass her in any way. That's not my goal as a parent, to humiliate my child. But one of our very best customers, Andrea Gullidge, who I got all mistaken. What was her maiden name that I got all confused about?
Dowling.
Yeah, Andrea Dowling. I got all confused and flustered the other day. She has a teenager, just like I do. She has a boy, though. And she heard me talking about how I made a list of things for Emma Kellie and I to do together. I made 12 things. And Emma Kellie, I gave her the list. I said, check off the ones you're willing to do with me. And she checked off 10 of them that she was willing to do. She didn't want to do jigsaw puzzles, and she doesn't want to learn how to play golf with me. Okay, that's fine.
I was disappointed.
I know, but you're going to teach me, right? Maybe?
I will.
Maybe driving or something?
I can.
Driving range, whatever you do, whatever golfing term.
Mm-hmm.
But Andrea said, she was inspired to do that list with her son, and also very pleasantly surprised by how many things your kid says they are willing to do with you. Now, here's the thing. When I go to that list, and one of the things was start walking the dogs with me. We need to get out of the house, get some exercise and fresh air. When I go to get her to do it, she's like, no, I don't want to. I have to prod her a little bit, nudge her. And guess what? I'm still the mother, and she puts on her tennis shoes and we go walking. Now for the first block or two, she's, and kind of like, I don't want to do this. But after about a block or two, we start talking, and we've had some really great conversations. Now I let her kind of, I try to ask her some things about what's going on with friends and stuff, but she'll start talking about movies and books she's reading and where she'd like go on vacation, things like that. And it's really helping. So taking walks with your kids, if you can do that, it's a really great thing. Well, Andrea went a step further. She said,
as she tends to do.
She does. She contributes a lot of content.
You think she's president? Is she presidential yet? Should she be elevated to a presidential customer? Right now, we only have one presidential customer.
Who is that?
Amy Wilkerson, who sent us the gift.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She's the only one we have. Should we elevate Andrea Gullidge?
Absolutely, because she's sending us content all the time.
So it is written, so it is done. On today, March 3rd, Andrea Gullidge is now a presidential Sandwich and Some Lovin' customer.
Or when you listen to this podcast, it's March 4th.
Congratulations.
Officially, it's
Congratulations.
All right. So, Alan and I did the love languages for to find out what our love languages were.
Yes.
And I have them right here, actually. I can't believe it. I just so happened I kept them in a book. Well, yeah, because this is my book that I refer to for my to-do list. It also is a reminder of what I need to do to show Alan some love.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So for me, my love language was acts of service, like do stuff for me.
Yes.
Followed closely by words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation.
Being told that you appreciate me, that I've done a good job and all that kind
that
of
your
stuff.
haircut looks nice. And
yes.
Yeah.
Coming in third was a tie, physical touch and receiving gifts.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was kind of far behind. And then lowest on the totem pole for me was quality time.
Because every time I touch you, you kind of jump, you kind of wince.
Yeah, I recoil in horror.
You recoil.
In horror.
Right.
For Alan.
Yeah, for me, it was number one is words of affirmation. I have very gentle feelings, so I need people to.
I have to constantly tell them how wonderful he is.
Yes, I need people to boost me up, not bring me down. The second one, overwhelmingly, is quality time.
Yeah, and see, that's my lowest. So when Alan feels loved, one of his top two is quality time, and that's bottom for me. So he's wanting, but that's how he hears love, or it's how you hear love.
Yes.
And I guess how you would also demonstrate love, but I wouldn't hear it as that. I'm just like, Do we have to be together every minute of every day? I would never say that.
Wow.
I really don't. You know, one of my favorite things to do is run errands.
You have to change your voice when you say that. The third one is a physical touch.
We're tied there.
So come give me a hug if you're into getting
We're tied.
rubbed.
That's third for both of us.
13 is acts of service. And way down at the bottom for me, receiving gifts. I mean, I could give a flip. I mean, I'll just go buy it myself.
That's true. But you also, if I didn't get you a gift that was nice, you'd be like kind of insulted, right? You still want a nice gift when it's gift giving time. You just don't care if it's random gifts.
It doesn't have to be a nice gift.
Oh, really? If I just give you some crap that I just happened to pick up last minute because I forgot it was your birthday.
Crap. Why would I think it's some crap?
I don't know, I'm just saying. It has to be a little nice.
Okay. Well,
in my opinion.
I don't know.
But see, you can, this is the 5 Love Languages book. We took the online test. You can Google this and find it. Or, excuse me, DuckDuckGo it and find it. But I wouldn't give that test to my 14-year-old because her history, her life experience is so different.
Right.
And I come to find out, I did not know this. There is a love languages for children, and there is a love languages for teenagers, as well as the original love languages for adults. So Andrea sent me the love languages for teenagers.
Which is why she's a presidential customer now.
And I thought it was so interesting. And I gave it to Emma Kellie. I said, it'll be fun. And Emma Kellie actually thought it was kind of fun. But the problem with it is, and I thought this too when I was taking it for adults, you know, there's the answer that you should choose because it sounds better, you know. But if you're being honest, I said, just answer, because with her, she was like, well, it doesn't sound good if I say, I want you to take me to the mall and buy me stuff. I said, but that's really okay because, you know, if your love language is gifts, that's just like thoughtful things being remembered and just signs of being remembered. So it's not necessarily a negative thing, but it's helpful for people to know how to show you love and appreciation. So once she did that and stopped trying to answer how she should answer and how she really felt, this is the shocking results of my daughter's love language test. Let me just give you a couple of examples randomly. I won't necessarily tell you.
How long was the survey?
It's only 30 questions.
Okay. How long was our survey? I'm just curious. How long was ours?
It took us about 5 minutes. It wasn't that long.
Really? Okay.
5 or 10.
Okay. Is it the same? Well, okay. Just keep going.
They give you 2 choices, and a lot of times it's the same things phrased differently. But he always, or whoever did the test, pairs 2 things together, and you have to choose. So number 1. It says, remember, you're going to see 30 pairs of things parents do or say to show love to their kids. They may be things your parents do or say that you wish your parents would do or say, but pick only one item in each box that you like the best, and then circle the letter that goes with that item. When you finish looking at all 30 pairs, then you count how many times you circled each letter, because they're all lettered A, B, C, D, or E. And then you find out what your love language is that way. Same thing we did with the adults test.
Okay, so it's you answer a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
All right.
So here's some examples. Number 1, asks me what I think or puts his or her arm around my shoulder. Which one would your teenager feel they prefer from their parents? Would my daughter prefer that I ask her what she thinks or that I touch her?
Tell you what, you get within 6 feet of that kid and she runs away.
Exactly. Buys me clothes or watches TV or movies with me. Goes to my ball games or recitals or does my laundry.
I can answer all these for her.
Exactly. And here's the thing. We found out my daughter's number 1 love language is receiving gifts. She likes it when I buy her stuff. And that's not surprising. It's where she is in life right now. But that's important for a parent to know. Number 2, I was shocked.
Wait a minute. Did you just reveal what her love language is?
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
Was that it? Number 1?
Number 1 was receiving gifts.
Receiving gifts. Okay.
Shocked the heck out of me what number 2 was, very close behind. Quality time.
Oh, come on.
That's what it was, Alan.
Yeah, but she's in her room 99% of the time.
But here's the thing. When I am with her, we're doing things together, whatever it is, I have to remind myself to be with her in this moment, to not be on my phone, to be talking to her, to not be distracted. When she's talking about something that's important to her, that I have to stop what I'm doing and listen to her. If it's talking about Harry Styles or Harry Potter again, I've got to be interested and engaged and not tell her, I don't want to hear this again. Oh my God, can we talk about something else? Because that's what's important to her. And when I saw quality time with me was literally 10 was her score for receiving gifts, number 9, the ranking 9 for quality time. That's why I'm kind of pushing her, like, go walking with me. Let's watch Gilmore Girls together. Today I made her go to the grocery store with me, kicking and screaming. We ended up having a great time at the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 3 on her list, acts of service.
Okay.
And that's my number 1. So that's good. So when I do things for her, like I'm always doing stuff for her, that makes me feel good because that means she's hearing that I love her. And that was really close. Like the receiving gifts was ranked, it's a point system. So it was 10 points for that. Quality time was 9 points and acts of service was 8. Then coming in way down, 4th, words of affirmation. She doesn't want to hear me telling her how great she is or pretty she is or strong and powerful she is. She doesn't care. She doesn't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
0. Coming in with 0 points. My child does not want me to touch her in any way. Physical touch, 0 points.
I wasn't exaggerating.
And I have a feeling that the majority of teenagers would probably rank 0 there too.
Yeah.
The majority.
And that's what I was. And
I do have some teenage friends of my daughters who will come up to them and love on them. So it might not rank 0, but my kid, 0.
And that's what I was about to say. These will change as she matures and becomes an adult.
But for right now, see, that's important as a parent to understand what your child needs to hear to feel loved, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to force her, and let me tell you, the kicking and screaming is minimal. And she's not really screaming, but I don't want to. I can get her to come with me, but I have to kind of push her a little bit and she'll do it. And it ends up being great. So I highly recommend when Andrea sent me this list, I just looked it up. I just searched for it and the entire quiz, I just pop it up. It looks, like a little survey, the 5 love languages tests for teens. Go search that, find it, get your kid to take it. I think it could be really beneficial to a lot of stressful relationships because it's tough raising teenagers.
Captain Obvious in the room.
Well, and I don't think it would hurt to give it to our son Cole.
Yeah,
I think 12 now.
I think it'd be interesting.
He's 12 and he's coming in and we're starting to notice little shifts in his moodiness. He gets a little moodier, but that's completely normal. He's still a wonderful child. He's so sweet. He's constantly messaging. We don't have them full time. We share custody, but he's always messaging you sweet little notes. So for Cole, we might find out, we haven't had him take the test, that his is words of affirmation. That's what it's sounding like to me.
He sent me a note tonight and he sent me a picture of what he was eating. And he says, I'm eating chicken wings and jalapeno poppers. And I said, ooh, that looks good, buddy. I said, I just had steak and beans. And then he says, okay, I see you, big boss. Because I told him somebody called me big boss.
Yeah.
He said, okay, I see you, big boss. And I say, okay, hombre. And he says, okay, big boy. And I said, you doing okay, buddy? Miss you. He says, yes, miss you. See you tomorrow. I said, sounds great. I'll see you tomorrow. I can make you a steak or anything else you want to eat. Can't wait to see you. He says, okay, love you. I have to go to tennis. I said, okay, play good. He goes, okay, thank you.
See?
He's a
good kid.
He's a real sweet guy.
He's a real good kid. So anyway, I think that's important.
Oh, sorry
so
about
thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
No, I love that, I think it's really important. So anyway, go look it up.
Yeah.
The 5 love languages tests for teens. It's absolutely free and it's online.
That is really interesting. I don't think there's any, to me, just what I know about Emma Kellie, I don't think there's any big surprises here.
Yeah, I don't think any teenager, the average teenager wants anybody touching them. When I go near Emma Kellie, I could feel her start to tense up. And she used to be the most loving, affectionate, all over me child when she was younger. But see, she's just going through a different time of life right now.
But I don't know. I would submit to you that teen girls, even though they say they don't want anybody telling them, how good they are, or how pretty they are, or this or
I'm
that.
still going to do it.
I would think that they still need that.
Yeah. I'm not going to not tell
You know,
them.
I wouldn't use this like verbatim.
The Bible.
This is a guide, right?
It is a guide.
But
that quality time thing, when I saw that come, I knew receiving gifts would be number one. But number two, quality time, I was like, oh, she wants to spend time with me.
But I'm just saying, because affirmation and physical touch are low, almost zero, I wouldn't say,
I can just forget about doing those things.
No, I'm still going to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm still going to do it. I'm not saying that I'm not going to touch her anymore.
Yeah.
I just knew that would be low.
Right.
So anyway, hopefully that helped somebody. It helped me a lot. Thank you, Andrea.
No, that was good. Good stuff, man. You want to do a little something?
Okay, and then we're going to.
Then we're going to bring it home for Jerome.
Got a big influx of podcast family emails.
We have some letters.
Framebridge makes it easier and more affordable than ever to frame your favorite things without ever leaving your home. Add a gallery wall to your home office or send the perfect gift. From art prints and diplomas to the photos that are sitting right there on your phone, you need to frame those. Go to Framebridge for just about anything. You've heard us brag on Framebridge for years. They were one of the OG sponsors of this podcast. We're so in love with them at this point. We can't brag on them enough. But here's a reminder of how it works if you're new to our podcast family. You go to framebridge.com, you upload your photo, or they'll send you packaging to safely mail in your physical pieces. Preview your item online. They've got dozens of frame styles and gallery wall layouts. You can choose your favorite or get free recommendations from their talented designers. I have relied on them, and I've often done it on my own. But sometimes you need a little, Kellie, you're making the right decision, or they go in a different direction and it's way better than anything I would have chosen. The expert at Framebridge, custom frame your item. They deliver your finished piece directly to your door. It's ready to hang. It's beautifully packaged. And instead of the hundreds you pay at a framing store, their prices start at just $39 and all shipping is free. Plus our listeners get 15% off their first order at framebridge.com when you use our code SANDWICH. If you watch us on YouTube, when we record the podcast every week, you can see Alan and I were blessed to be on the final cover of Plano Profile before they totally redid their magazine. We were the final cover. Alan loved it so much. I loved it so much. He had it blown up and he had it framed for us at Framebridge. It's one of our most special things. We love Framebridge.
So get started today. Frame your photos or send someone the perfect gift by going to framebridge.com and use promo code SANDWICH to save an additional 15% off your first order. Just go to framebridge.com, promo code SANDWICH. One more time, babe. Framebridge.com, promo code SANDWICH. Love Framebridge.
I do.
Yeah, we do. Okay, I've gotten a couple of these. I guess people are trying to make plans for spring break, and I thought maybe we would just cover off on a couple of 3-4 emails I've got about this.
Yeah, for spring break's like a week or so away for a lot of people.
I know. She's wanting us to give us our opinions on the attractions in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So this one is from Gina. Mm-hmm. Subject, help with trip ideas for Dallas with a teenage daughter. I'm feeling both of you on the struggles with a teenager. I'm trying to help my ex plan a trip with my daughter this summer. She isn't quite feeling it. We love national parks, but logistically, a city vacay will be more suited for this, I think. After listening to the podcast, I am more determined than ever to keep them connected and continue to form bonds over shared experiences. We have a pretty open, easygoing divorce relationship, which I'm very thankful for. He sees her almost every day and is a very involved, great dad. She is just a teenage girl. Need I say more? So I need input on what they can do in the DFW area for 5 days or so. Here are some things I've listed. I'd like to know your opinion or input. I'd appreciate it so much. Love listening. Thank you, Gina.
We should invite Emma Kellie to come back down and say yay or nay to these, but let's see what you've got.
She wants our opinion on the Fort Worth Zoo.
I'll tell you, I really like the Fort Worth Zoo.
I do too.
I really do. The difference between the Fort Worth Zoo and the Dallas Zoo is this. The Dallas Zoo's enclosures and the exhibits of the animals are a little bit smaller. And so the animals are closer. if you go to the Fort Worth Zoo, and from what I remember, now I haven't been to the Fort Worth Zoo since Kellie was really small, they give them a lot more room to roam. And a lot of times that means the animals are far away, right? So I enjoy both. I don't think you could go wrong with either. But I know at the Dallas Zoo and possibly at the Fort Worth Zoo, you can have a lot of interactive experiences. They let you feed the giraffes and things like that, which is really cool.
I tell you what, Gina, you know what's a drag though is going to either zoo in late July or August.
Well, they're going spring break, or are they going in
It says this summer.
Oh, it's going to be hot.
So you want to go in May or June if you can.
Well, they're going to be this summer.
Maybe.
But there's lots of shade. There's lots of shade. They have a lot of trees and things at the zoo.
It's just brutal at the end of July
It's
or
very
August.
hot.
Reunion Arena Lookout. She means Reunion Tower.
That's where Alan proposed to me.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
You go up, and it's a great big ball. Everybody wants to go up in it. And there are telescopes, and you can actually look in the windows of buildings through them. And I've never seen anything inappropriate. But I did see a man sitting on the corner of his hotel room bed once.
What was he doing?
He was just sitting there.
He wasn't handling up on himself?
No, he was just sitting there. But they have, the magnifying or telescopes, binoculars, whatever, that you can look around. It's cool. And then
beautiful views up there, especially at sunset.
Yeah. I don't know if a teenage girl cares enough. Maybe. I
don't know.
And the restaurant,
take her to dinner up there?
Well, I think the restaurant closed.
Oh!
I think it closed. There's a restaurant that it rotates very slowly, and Alan I might be wrong, Alan, but with coronavirus and everything, a lot of things closed.
Yeah. Well, Gina, if it is open, we recommend it. It's cool.
It's cool, but I don't think it would be an all-day experience for them.
No. She says, I'm sure there's an aquarium. Gina, there is. The Dallas World Aquarium is awesome.
Yeah,
it is
it's a good one.
So cool. It's downtown. And it's more than fish. I mean, they have otters, they have crocodiles, there's a sloth that walks around. And
there's a rainforest.
Yeah, rainforest. And sometimes they'll take him off of the trees and let you touch the sloth. It's really cool.
And the aquarium's really close to Reunion. It's kind of close to that.
Yeah.
And there's also the Perot Museum, which is good that's a good visit as well. It's really close to the aquarium as well.
Yeah, if she likes walking around looking at stuff, like museum stuff, I guess.
Well, they have
some teenagers like that.
Yeah, it depends on your kid if they like hands-on exhibits and things. You can like race a dinosaur and different things.
She's asking about lunch or dinner at the mansion on Turtle Creek.
If your kid's fancy.
That's fancy.
That's real fancy. And she might be the only kid there.
Yeah.
It's kind of old money.
She'd be bringing down the average age there.
That's old money. That's old money there. But maybe your daughter wants to do something sophisticated like that.
And you're going to drop at least $300 doing that. At least.
My favorite fancy restaurant that's not as old school is Albernays. I love Albernays.
The one in Dallas is even older school.
The one in Dallas is the old school. He makes everybody feel like a rock star there. And it's a good vibe, good energy. It's always packed.
That's where all the rock stars go.
When people come into town from Hollywood or LA or something, or Troy Aikman or something, they always go there. And also Albernays is my favorite, and also Nick and Sam's Steakhouse. A lot of the athletes go to Nick and Sam's if your daughter's into that.
Window shopping in Highland Village.
Highland Village is cool. It's gotten where it's being overtaken by restaurants now. So there's not as much window shopping. I think your daughter would have more window shopping at North Park Mall. Galleria's okay. Galleria's got but it's, a lot of stores have come and gone.
Yeah.
But they have the ice skating rink there, so it's really cool, and it's a massive mall. Highland Park Village is cool, but it's super, super expensive.
They have all the really high-end shops. Yeah.
And y'all can walk around down there and maybe take her to Honor Bar to eat. Honor Bar is pretty. It's a restaurant.
I mean, how much Fendi does a teen need?
Right. It's really expensive. Oh, and take her to Mikasina's. Mikasina's is classic in Highland Park Village, Mikasina's.
I think there's a Hermes store there too.
Hermes, yeah. But tell them to go to Micasina at Highland Park Village, walk around. It's really nice at night because they keep the Christmas lights on, the twinkle lights all the time, and it's really nice. But Micasina is a great happening spot too. They have a beautiful outdoor patio area. Micasina, Highland Park Village. Yeah, window shop, but it's like the Rodeo Drive of Dallas. It's really expensive.
A shopping area with local shops that are cute but affordable, where she can actually do a little shopping, like pieces that are under $50. Legacy West. That's a good place.
They don't have that many shops there, honey.
Sure they do.
They don't have that many.
Well, you can walk around. There's all kinds of stuff to do.
Okay, name all the shops at Legacy West.
Lululemon.
Okay.
Earl's.
That's a restaurant. There's not that many shopping places there.
No, Filson. There's a Filson there. There's that one called
There's a Sephora.
Madewell.
A Victoria's Secret. There's not that many stores there. There are stores
There's
there.
a Vicky's Secret over there.
She needs to go down. Oh gosh, but with her dad, that's gonna be kind of hard. There's lots of like.
I just gave him a good suggestion.
I don't think Legacy West for shopping.
Wow.
I'll tell you where my daughter and her friends love to shop.
I mean, spend local, babe.
I get it, honey, but
it's in our neighborhood.
if you spend local,
They're not
little boutiques.
I hope
and
the
things
Chamber
are-
of Commerce isn't listening to this.
Stonebriar Mall up in Frisco is where my daughter and her friends all love to go. That has more teenage appropriate stores in her price point. Stonebriar Mall in Frisco.
Okay. And don't listen to what Alan says. I guess anything.
At Legacy West,
Huh?
I love Legacy West. We go there all the time to eat.
That's not what you said 10
But
minutes
there's a
ago.
Victoria's Secret. Your
Mhm.
daughter's not going to go shopping there with her dad. There is a Lululemon, okay, and one of those Fabletics places. There is a Sephora. There's a place that sells nothing but cuffs and bracelets.
There's ice cream shops.
But I'm telling you, go to Stonebriar Mall.
Then why do all the teens go there? Place
They go
is
there to walk-
crawling with
They
teens.
go there to walk around to take selfies.
Oh.
That's why they set up all those. If your daughter's into selfies, take her to Legacy West because they put in these installations just for kids to come out there and take their pictures in front of them.
Okay. Anything else they can't miss? I would say the 6th floor museum.
Yeah, if your kid's a history buff, it's history. You know, you go to where Kennedy. I mean, it's history.
It's interesting,
and it's down the West End. That's close to Reunion Tower. That's close to the aquarium. That's close to the Perot Museum. The Dallas Museum of Art's right down there too. Emma Kellie loved it there when she was a little girl. I don't know if she cares so much about it as a teenager, but she used to really love going to the museums. There is an Asian art museum that is beautiful Asian art. Alan and I love Asian art.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about I can think
A
of.
fancy place to have a pedicure.
Well, I don't know about fancy. We don't.
Well, I know fancy, but I don't think the fancy is as good as going to like where we go.
Yeah, but they want to go to the frou-frou.
Well, okay, Four Seasons in Las Colinas.
No, don't go there.
Well, that's what I was talking about.
No. There are frou-frou salons down around.
Elizabeth Arden Red Door.
I don't think that's still there.
Is that still a thing?
We love going to Polo Nails, but it's just a normal little nail salon.
It's just a hole in the wall.
I'm trying to think. Oh gosh, I'll have to get back to you on that. I'll have to email you. I'll have to ask some of my friends. They do have really, really fancy places that do all the fancy tips and stuff. I just can't think of the names of them right now, but they're down in Dallas, and I'm sorry, I don't go down there. for
Fancy
nails.
tips.
They do the fancy art, nail art, and dips and tips and things.
Oh, I just get the high polished buff.
Mhm.
And any cool outdoor thing, like a place to see a cool sunset on a lake or a sunset boat ride, Gaylord Hotel, babe, out there on Lake Grapevine. That place is beautiful.
Yeah, we have the Arboretum is gorgeous, and it's on a lake there, and they have outdoor concerts and stuff. A lot of times, if you get here, you could check the Arboretum's outdoor music schedule. By then, everything should hopefully be back to normal. And you sit there on a hill with a blanket, and they take a little food or whatever, and listen to the live music, and then they do a pretty sunset. Y'all could really look at, I have them looking to go into Fort Worth as well, the stockyards. There's so much to do over in Fort Worth. And the thing about Fort Worth at night, you can actually walk around in downtown Fort Worth. There's live music. There's music outdoors, indoors. There's a lot going on in Fort Worth.
And the people in Fort Worth will tell you, they love Fort Worth.
We love Fort Worth.
Way more than Dallas.
We love Fort Worth.
I love Fort Worth. I love Fort
And then
Worth.
they can do that while they're over there for the zoo. Then that night, after they do the zoo, they can just walk around Sundance Square in Fort Worth and eat and walk around and listen to music. It'll be a lot of fun.
Well, there you go. There are our travel recommendations.
If anybody's coming to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, that's what we think.
Except for Plano. Kellie.
Oh, honey, I just don't think Legacy West shopping
Kellie
for a
was-
14-year-old girl is fun.
You were like Sandra Bullock in, what was the name of that show? The Runaway Bus. You just ran over Legacy West.
I didn't. I love Legacy West.
I do too. Okay, here's the last letter. We'll probably just cut it short here, babe.
Yeah, because we talked a lot about that one.
Oh,
We love to help,
boy.
though. We love to help.
Yeah, we do. This one's from Brandy. Subject, promo code Allen. Hey, y'all. Funny you mentioned Gen Z logo on the podcast today. Yesterday at a ball game, I told my son that I needed an umbrella to protect my forehead from the glaring sun, and he thought I was bragging about being smart. He said that that's a compliment nowadays because it means you have a big brain. Love you desperately, Brandy.
You need an umbrella to protect your...
I need an umbrella to protect my forehead.
That means you're smart?
I guess that means I'm smart.
Oh, that just means I forgot my SPF 100.
I thought when someone said you had a big melon, that meant you had a big brain.
I just thought that meant you had a big head.
Yeah, like check out the big brain. Check out the big brain on Kellie. Look at the big melon on Kellie.
I didn't think melon and brain equal the same thing. I
don't
just think it means you have a big head. These kids and their lingo. I don't know.
Who has a bigger head, me or you?
I think we've determined it's you, but not by much.
far.
Not by much.
I always joke you about having a big head.
I do have a big head.
You not compared to me. Have you seen pictures of you and me where we put our heads really close? Mine's like twice the size of yours.
It's not that
Mine's
much
like
bigger.
Jupiter. Yours
It's
is
not
like
that
the
much bigger.
Earth. Or yours is like Uranus, and mine's like
Thank you,
Jupiter.
honey. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
I'm
it.
not going to get started.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm not going to start.
Please don't. We're trying to wrap up this podcast in a nice, neat little bow.
There you go. We wrapped it up with Uranus on a nice little bow. Anything else?
I don't think so.
There was nothing else we wanted to mention. I mean, we're going on a vacation here in 4 months. You want to talk about that real quick?
Well, why don't you bring it up?
I just did.
We're going on vacation in July. We're going on the podcast family vacation the week of July 4th. And we'd love it if you could go with us. We're going to be celebrating Alan's 50th birthday, even though it's in August. That's when my vacation is. So that's when we're celebrating his birthday. And we're going to go to the Valentin Imperial Resort, 30 minutes, I'd say south, I guess. I don't know direction very well. It's 30 minutes away from the Cancun airport. And our travel agent, Judy, has a lovely package if you are interested in that, where it includes your transfer to and from the airport to the hotel. At 4 nights.
4 nights is the base package.
That's the base package. You could stay all week. Alan and
You
I
can
are
stay
going to be
longer.
there.
You can stay shorter.
We're going to be there Saturday to Saturday, but you could talk to Judy about what days work best for you. And that's all-inclusive hotel. And the food is delicious.
All adults.
It's all adults, 18 and up. Drinks are strong. The beach is gorgeous. The people are what makes this trip so fun. We love our podcast family so much. A couple of years ago, Alan and I said, we want y'all to go on vacation with us. We just got a wild hair, and about 40 of you did. And this year, I don't know what the last count is, but I think we're going to have 100 people. I really do. And
Wow.
I mean, it's going to be a lot to keep track of everybody, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's a lot of pressure.
And we'd love for you to go with us. And if you just want to get information, you don't have to commit today, but you need to commit pretty soon. Because with as many people going, the rooms are going to start selling out, I'm afraid.
Yeah. And it only takes
Because we're not getting the whole resort to ourselves. There are other people going, you know.
Yeah. And the deposit is only $100.
I think so. But you go to kellyanddallin.com/vacation,
Yeah.
fill out a little form, and you'll get a no obligation quote and information and all that good stuff, right?
That's right. And we have hats back in stock, and I'm about to put the Get It Babe hats out there too. They were very popular at our get together. People love the Get It Babe merch. All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately. This was fun, but I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye. That was robust.
What was robust? Well, we have to do our stereo. Did you already take it out?
No.
Why do you act like that?
I don't
I
know.
don't know why you act like that.
Because we already did 3 ads.
You ain't digging ditches. I do ads every week.
Okay.
I do an ad every day
Dime.
for the same company. And I don't make as much huff and puff as you.
You're under contract too. I am not.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Huffing and puffing.
I'll huff and puff and blow your house down. That's what I'll do.
So grumpy.
Is this the one?
Okay, just look at the little notes here.
Wait a second. Which one is?
This is the mid roll. So this is the.
Huh?
Join us live for our bonus. We're calling it the bonus hour, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. What are you doing?
Just making sure those aren't on.
Here's your mid roll, Blake. Here's your mid roll. You know, Alan and I love our podcast family so much. We were just talking to ourselves. How can we be more engaged with our family, Alan? And we found the perfect way. The stereo app.
The stereo app, yeah.
Yes. We're going to give you a bonus hour of A Sandwich and Some Lovin' on the stereo app, Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Central, and you really need to be there.
Yeah.
Babe,
why?
If you're going to leave me hanging, you can't do that.
I don't understand what we're doing here.
We're getting people, directing them to come join us.
Okay.
Just like we've done.
Okay.
You can't leave me hanging like that.
Okay. Well, I never know when you're going to keep talking for 3 minutes or you're going to
Okay,
stop.
so you start it.
Okay, you can start it. Sometimes you go for
well, you're right here.
I know, sometimes you go for 3 minutes and then sometimes you just stop. And I'm like, okay. So
because we're having a conversation.
I never know when that's going to happen.
Here we go.
All right.
Alan and I love our podcast family so much. We were thinking, how can we talk to them even more, Alan? But how can we even get even more engaged? Have a conversation. And that's why we have joined the stereo app.
The stereo app.
Tell them what the stereo app is.
Well,
honey.
it's like a bonus podcast. And we're going to do about 45 minutes of extra content every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
That's right. And you have to be there because it's live. And if you miss it, you miss out. You can actually have conversations with us in real time. You just press a little button, ask a question, make a comment. If there's something you've always wanted to know we've never gotten around to, this is your chance.
And that's the cool part is you can ask these questions real time right there on the stereo. We'll play them. You can hear yourself ask the question and we'll address it right there.
Be a part of the conversation. Go download the stereo app for free right now. Then follow me at Kellie Rasberry.
And me at the Alonzo 1971.
Again, download the stereo app. Absolutely free. Follow Alan.
At the Alonzo 1971.
Follow me at Kellie Rasberry. And we'll see you Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central on stereo. She can maybe edit some of that. Now, this is going to be the post.
That was a minute 7.
Well, that's okay. It's close enough. Now, let's see. Where's the post roll? I don't understand why this is different. Adequate. We don't have that.
I don't either.
Okay, it's basically the same thing.
Same thing?
Basically, it's just like there's the app for live social conversations directly with you and our listeners. Join our show, ask questions about, our upcoming podcast family vacation, about raising teenagers.
Why don't they just use that one twice then?
I know. We have to give them 2. All right. We are so excited about our next stereo conversation with you because let me start this over. All right. Alan and I, we talked a lot on this podcast as we tend to do, but we've got more to say, but we also want to hear from you. That's why we're inviting you to join us Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. Central on stereo.
On stereo. Yeah. We're going to have an extra conversation, bonus content. Maybe you could call it a deep cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Of A Sandwich and Some Lovin', but you can ask questions right there on the app.
Yeah. I know you probably have a lot of questions. Alan and I are dealing with raising teenagers, going back and forth with that. Also, the upcoming podcast, Family Vacation. If you have any questions, you can ask them in real time and we'll answer them because we want to have a conversation with you. That's what Stereo is all about. So go download the Stereo app for free right now. Easy to find wherever you download apps. Then follow me at Kellie Rasberry.
And me at the Alonzo 1971.
And just be there Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central, and be part of the conversation. Again, download the Stereo app for free. Follow me at Kellie Rasberry.
And me at the Alonzo 1971.
And we'll see you Tuesday on Stereo.
Boom.
Okay. All right, that's it. Now we're done.
Those are so generic.
I know.
Why can't we just use ones we've recorded?
They want us to insert a clip, but we don't have that. So unless she wants to do that, I can't. I'll have to ask Blake about it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you, Sin.
What?
She said too long.
It's supposed to be a minute.
Those were both a minute over, like a minute 5, minute 7.
Well, that's still a minute.
Time is money. All right, guys, what did we miss?
What are we calling it?
Seems to be a lot of chatter about who is not presidential and who is presidential. Okay, you guys answer this for me. If everybody is presidential, is anybody presidential? Yes. That's right, Michael.
It's not even 5%. A sandwich and some
Teenage love language?
Yeah, that's fine.
Stronger and wiser. I'm fine being a peon. You guys are the very best customers, like the cream of the crop. But I mean, come on. Amy sent us like a gift box. It had like 50 things in it. Andrea is like basically producing the show now. So, I mean,
but see, the good news is that I have issued an executive order that there are more than 5 presidential spots. There are now at least 20 spots for 2021. That's a good point, Katie. You did. You started the Facebook group. You flew to Dallas to come to the event. That was big. That was big. Andrew said, call me yellow cheddar. Sin, that's true. You did save my ass from busting my head in Austin, but you missed the event. You did, but you kind of made up for it by sending the gift card. So that was all a wash, I think. What happened? How did we redefine the question? You did send. You sent money. I know that means a lot too. Sending money is always probably like the best thing you can do. Just send money. Oh, well. See, Mel is a unique situation here. Mel is actually customer emeritus. That's even above presidential. So Mel isn't going to be a presidential because there's like 20 presidential. There's only one Mel. So Mel is customer emeritus. Like if I passed out or got hit by a bus tomorrow, Mel would do the podcast, right? She'd do the podcast with Kellie.
Mel and Angie became like best friends.
That's good. I'm glad. What happened, Jana? Yeah, you can't knock down Mel. I mean, Mel is, and she may have a lifelong appointment too. Like presidential customers. No, Mel, you're not a janitor. See, that's exactly what a customer emeritus would say. I don't deserve this, but you do, Mel. See, it has been bestowed upon you.
What'd you say? What movie deaths had
What
the greatest,
movie what fictional character's death had the greatest impact on you? We just went through a whole bunch of them. Yes, Mel is humble. She does rock. She is amazing. See, the comments from all the customers and presidential customers speak for themselves. No, no. Come on, Sin. Oh, if you guys do a drinking game, you better not let me know what the game is, because I will whip you so bad with the word. If it's sandwich, that's a layup. You got to make it something different, like something we say a lot but isn't a promo code, like lewd, or what else do we say a lot?
what, I'm sorry, I was thinking about what's something we say a lot?
Yeah.
When we're referring to what?
I don't know. Anything. Just the podcast. I don't know.
About our guest?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm typing the podcast description. I can't listen and talk.
Oh, dime. That's a good one, Kathy. Yeah, dime is a good one. Thank you, Mel. You're. It won't be words, it'll be observational. The number of times Alan scratches his beard with the hello hand. Oh, yeah, right here. Oh, that's kind of nice, actually. Ooh, now the hello hand's going to get real greasy. Actually, use the hello hand as a brush. Alan drunk? That's not good. That's when you're hunched over in the front seat, like Katie said. She said I was hunched over. She said she felt bad for me because I was hunched over. My question is, why did my wife not set me up? Why did you let me hunch over? I could have suffocated.
You weren't hunched over in the car.
Katie said I was.
No, you were sitting, you were leaning back, but you were kind of like this.
Yeah, she said she was very sad because I was hunched over.
You're saying I didn't take care of you?
I could have thrown up on my own vomit. She said she wishes I was more comfortable.
You don't even know what you were. You don't remember any of it.
Yeah.
How could you be more comfortable?
Oh, my chin was in my palm with the cold rag. No, she did take care of me. I'm not questioning that.
Happy, sweaty, and cattywampus in the bed, making breakfast in the morning. Yeah, I was fine. I mean, I was up making, I was passed out. I was up making bacon and eggs. Stacy, I have not. I still don't know if it should be embroidered, or somebody said it should be screen printed or something. I don't know. One of the gals at the party, though, who's a very best customer and very nice. Take him with the soccer. Boy, yeah, of course. Always something. Yeah, Jeff is the real MVP, that's for sure. Yeah, screen print. I need somebody to screen print it. I think I know which one I'm going to get, though. Here, let me show you. I took a picture of one of our very best customers. Well, maybe I didn't. Doggone it. You got to be kidding me. I just saw it. Give me a freaking break with this. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is one of our very best customers. And she was showing me on Etsy. There it is. Can you see that? That's a picture of her phone. And on Etsy, she found somebody that makes them. But I need it screen printed and not embroidered. Men's low-rise swim brief swimsuit in nude, black, brown, navy blue, burgundy, or gray. $38. Oof. A lot of money for a gag. Haunted hotel. Screw that. I ain't going to any haunted hotel. I'm out. Yes, nude does rhyme with a lewd.
Okay, I'm done.
All done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, one of these you're yelling at me. The other two, I guess, need to be uploaded, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you forgive me?
Mm-hmm. You lay out on me. Why are you laying out on me?
You didn't say anything.
Lay out on me. Lay out on
Is that the way I sound?
Lay out
Is that the way I
I
sound?
don't know.
He laid out on me.
Man,
I didn't say
kill him.
laid out on me. I said you can't leave me hanging.
1892. Throwing me on Front Street. What are you doing? Let's see here. This is such a cluster. Good night, the way we have to do this.
I don't know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now what do we do? What are y'all talking about?
I don't know. I'm just.
You're just
seeing-
eavesdropping?
Yeah, I'm just eavesdropping. I'm just seeing what they're. This is a self-sufficient group here. They just do what they're going to do.
They don't even need us?
No. In fact, I don't know how much longer we're going to do the YouTube. They don't even need us anymore. They can just start their own thing. What? Whoa.
What?
Okay.
Why'd you say whoa?
I saw the word Oregon. Now I have to send this over to my computer.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that was fun. Except for the part where I yelled at Alan.
Yeah, you did. Because I made a mistake.
But you never make mistakes, so it caught me off guard. That's why I yelled.
Right.
Oh, goodness gracious, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Our marriage is falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all were there to witness the demise.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I need to pop my neck.
Yes, thank you, Amy. Very
Want
delicate.
somebody feeling bad for you because the way I
Yes.
speak to you?
Yes, she
Is
said.
that what it is?
She said I'm a delicate flower.
You're the delicate flower? I thought I was the delicate flower. Good night, y'all. Thank you.
Shelly, one of our up and coming stars,
Why? What'd she do?
rising stars is one
What'd
of
she do?
she just started binging the podcast. She's up to number 50. Oh, she's got another 250 something to go.
Some of them are.
Oh,
Some of those early ones are mighty painful.
oh. Oof. Shelly, maybe you should just start at like 200 and that's a lot of podcast. That's a that's a rising star customer right there. We used to call those Top Guns. That's a Top Gun customer. A rising star. Well, this was momentous. We have customer emeritus, which is Mel. And we named a new very best customer. Oh, presidential customer. Sorry. A new presidential customer. Yeah. Okay, Stacy. Come on, Sin. Was it that bad? Good grief. Thank you, Mel. What's wrong, Katie? I'm not ignoring you. I said, what's up? All right, guys. Well, hey. What? You little furry person. Look at that furry face. Look at that sweet face. Kiss me. Kiss me, you fool. Kiss me. Oh. Gonna bite my nose. Sweet doggy. Oh. Thank you, Sin. Appreciate that. Very self-conscious about my hair, you know. Just glad I have hair at this point. Yeah, those one-person podcasts are tough, Michael. They really are. I know. What we ought to do, I wonder how we could do that. Podcast listener doggies. If you just posted it in your stories and tagged at a sandwich and some lovin' on Instagram, I would share it. You know, if you want to do something like that, that's easy. If you ever post pictures of your pets, just tag me and at a sandwich and some lovin', and I'll share it, and we could start sharing pictures of because most of you I think follow a sandwich and some lovin' or me, so we could do that. Not if you don't follow. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. No, I can share it. If you're private, I can't share it, Sin. But if you tag me and you're public, I can. But yeah, if you're private, I can't. That is true. Sin, you know why? Because you have like 3 posts. You don't even post anything. I was like, come on, man. I looked this just the other day and I was like, well, I should follow Sin. And I looked and you've got like 3 posts. So what should I do here? Here, I'll look right now. Sin Galvan right here. 8 posts, Sin. I mean, what do you want me to do with that? I mean, I'll follow you. There you go. I requested it, but you got 8 posts. Oh, you do a lot of stories? Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I just requested it. So 8 posts. Yes. Denied. That's a good bit. Okay, fine. You're going to deny me. I'm not going to request it again. That was a one-time deal right there. Huh? Let's see here. Let's see. I do remove follower. Is that what I do here? Oh, no. It's very savage, Dee Dee. Very savage. You believe her? Yeah. Very savage. Okay, guys. Well, I got to get organized here, get this thing uploaded. So I will talk to y'all soon. See you on the social medias. And have a good weekend. Love you guys.